What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to my channel. My name is Angie, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about June 2021. I cannot believe that it is June already. It's crazy, right? I just said that about May. Now we're in June. So we're going to pull some cards for all of June. I'm going to do kind of like a week to week out of June. And then some mantras kind of like for each week. So I have a whole card lineup here, so let's get to it, okay? So, please give me 4 cards, one for each week for the month of June. I guess I should have looked at the calendar to make sure. Now, no, actually, hang on a second. Let me pull some cards first. Card for week 1, June 2021. June 2021, week 1. Okay, this one. Okay, week 2, June 2021. This one. Okay, June, week 2. Okay, we have actually 2 cards. And week 4, June 2021. Ooh, thank you. Okay, so first week of June, what do we have? We have a little bit of, I want to say we have kind of like some slow motion going on with money or finances, careers, sort of maybe career changes, thoughts and ideas concerning around money, new ideas, new opportunities. Maybe there's not any opportunities coming in. Excuse me, maybe there's a possibility of financial loss. Maybe there is some kind of, there's extra bills, there's extra things that maybe we didn't anticipate in June. I would like to say this is the first week of June. Okay, so, it's like there's money coming out versus money coming in. Okay, so that's one way of looking at this card. Now, when this card is upright, this is about new beginnings. This is new financial sort of, this is stability. This could be buying a home, closing out on a home, things like that. So very good new ideas, new thoughts, new endeavors, new opportunities, new jobs. The pentacles are all about physical things, okay? So this could be potential loss. So if you own a business, maybe there's a loss here of some kind. Now, I don't want you to have any fear, okay? So have no fear. Let's pull some more cards and see for week 1. Give me some more information about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, please. Oh, interesting. This one was already... Give me one more card here, please. Okay, thank you. So this one was already sort of up somehow in the deck. It says, if you believe. Okay, so we have if you believe, and we have abundance. So, oh my God, this is amazing. This is about our mindsets, you guys. This is seriously about our mindset, okay? Because this card is literally, like I said, financial loss. When it is in reverse, it's money and material things. So we could be conceptualizing this first week of June, okay? Which, it's all about, listen, if you believe that you're not going to have money coming to you, if you believe that nothing is working for you, well, then it's not going to. So the extra message is abundance here. Maybe there's abundance in different areas of our life. Maybe it's not monetarily this week for some reason. Okay. So maybe that we thought that there was some sort of money coming in. Maybe we thought that there was some sort of job offer. Maybe we didn't get the job or, something like that. But that doesn't mean that all is lost here. Not all is lost. It's really not, okay? So you have to believe that these ideas, or sort of maybe this tiny little setback, if this is a setback for you this week, okay? There's abundance in different areas of your life, okay? Or the abundance, where the abundance is this is sort of maybe, this may not even be a financial loss for you. This might just be a delay, okay? This could be a potential delay. And so what the universe is saying is like, listen, okay, don't take whatever is happening this first week as a loss or as a possible like delay, okay, or a letdown, okay? because it's saying like you have to still believe. So there maybe things are coming to fruition this week. Maybe they're coming into fruition later on. It's just not time yet. Okay. Now, what would I also like to say? We are in Mercury retrograde until June 22nd. Okay. So I really do feel that throughout this month, clearly, because we are going to be in Mercury retrograde almost the whole month here, this is a time to where it's almost like we have to go within. We're going to be sort of seeing in between the lines. We're going to be getting more information about certain things. Mercury retrograde just started on May 29th, which was on Saturday. So this first week, is saying, listen, like, believe in yourself, keep your positive thoughts. Okay. Positive thoughts, positive actions, positive mindset for the first week of June. Okay. And you have to have hope and believe in yourself in order to try to turn this around. Okay. To turn this around, to have financial abundance, monetary gains, and to have things going more positive. There's a little bit of a delay here. Okay. It's nothing to fear. Don't worry about it. All right. First week of June. Give me a mantra or a word for the first week of June. Is there any other information? First week of June. First week of June. No. In reverse. No mantra. No word. No more information. Can't make this up. Okay. Maybe because this is in reverse. Okay. Maybe you need to say yes instead of thinking no. Because you know what? Maybe there's a potential, maybe there's an opportunity that comes and you were like, no way in hell. Why would I want to do that? That job doesn't seem like it would be good for me. Or, you know what I'm saying? There might be some sort of something, that is, and so maybe you're saying no. Maybe you're saying no to something, okay, that you really need to be saying yes to. Okay. Now, this is a general reading, so, take what resonates and leave the rest, you guys. Okay. Now, week 2 in June. What do we have here? We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So, I know this is actually really good in reverse, okay? When this card is upright, this is all about us sort of really having to protect and defend our values, our ways of being. We're almost feeling like maybe that it's us against the world, essentially. Okay. So this says to me that it's like we're starting to really sort of maybe let loose or let our guard down a little bit, and not having to, because this is all about self and the way that we sort of view things internally. This is like our thought systems, not thought systems. It's more of like our belief systems. Okay. So this card to me really says that there's a potential here that we are starting to finally let go of certain beliefs, certain fight mechanisms, or responses, just response mechanisms that we have, sometimes thinking, or speaking without thinking. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit more information here, but this is like a week to where I feel like there's a lot of internal growth. Okay. This is how I feel about this second week of June. A lot of internal growth happening. Okay. So give me some more information about week 2, June 2021. More information. Week 2, June 2021, please. More information, week 2, June 2021, please. More information, second week of June 2021. What is the message? Whoa, what do we got here? Okay, well, we're going to do the one that is flipped down. Laugh at your demons. Laugh at your demons. Okay, so this is perfect because like I said, this is all about like our internal structures, our value systems, the way that we see things in the world, how we function internally, how we function with ourselves, what we say to ourselves. Okay, so This is like we're still defending. It's us against the world. This is like we're finally allowing ourselves. This is inward. Maybe we're beating ourselves up inside. Okay. Beating ourselves up internally versus us having to fight externally. This might be an internal battle for someone. Okay. Especially with laugh at your demons. This is saying, let this shit go. You don't need to have this like internal struggle, this internal boxing match. You know what I mean? Like, let the shit go, man. Let it go. I know it's not easy sometimes, but this is really saying, you know what? Instead of beating yourself up about it, sit down and write about it, go for a walk, go for a jog, allow that to sort of energy to move through you and actually say, okay, yeah, I did it again. Okay. You know what? I'm going to stop doing this pattern again. I'm going to stop beating myself up. I'm going to stop thinking that I'm less than. I'm going to stop thinking that I'm not worthy. I'm going to stop thinking that I don't know what the hell I'm doing in my life, because guess what? You're not the only one that doesn't know what the hell, they're doing in their lives. Okay. Everyone is trying to figure this shit out. Okay. So, this card is really saying if you're going through an internal battle in this second week of June, this is saying, hey, laugh at yourself. Treat yourself how you would treat somebody else, with kindness and respect and compassion and empathy. Okay. And I know that it's so much easier for us to help or look at other people in a different manner versus ourselves. And so this is really a challenge. It's a challenge for all of us. It's a challenge for myself as well, So, but the second week of June, let's write this down. All right, you know what? There might be a little bit of an internal struggle here, or we're starting to finally, for some of us, release these things and sort of we're internalizing some things, but we have, don't let this stuff take over. Okay, let it out. Whatever's going on internally. Your value systems. This could also be wanting to sort of, this is self-reflection. 7 is self-reflection, but this is also internal growth. Okay, so internal growth spurt and internal growing and some kind of possible like releasing or to stop being defensive or defending or to surrender and stop trying to be in control of this pattern or these reactions or these value systems that are no longer serving you for your most highest and best good. This is all about internal growth. Second week of June, okay? And letting shit go. Now, let's see if there is a word for the second week of June. What is the word for the second week of June? What is the word? Oh, what do we got? Generosity. This card keeps coming up a lot. Generosity, okay? This is interesting because you know what? Where's my book at? No shame in my game. I'm going to see what Dana wrote about this card, okay? For those of you who do not know, what did I do with it? For those of you that do not know, Dana and I created a Oracle card deck that is still in process of being published, okay? And here's the little book cover, okay? Little sneak peek. And, the way that I always see this card is this is all about caring for yourself, okay? Being generous to yourself in this situation, okay? But the way that I always see this card is different from what Dana wrote and what Dana channeled for this message. And so for some reason, I'm really feeling called to pull out the book and read what her channeled message for generosity was. So we are going to do that right now in this moment. Generosity. Of time, of resources, of spirit. Have faith that you will always have enough, so there is no need to protect that which you hold dear as though it's the last sacred drop. Be generous. Be aware of the generosity of others. Generosity is love. Love is healing for both the recipient and the donor. Okay? So this is a very, very powerful message here, and this is definitely a little bit more, I see it in a completely different way, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? Because we all have our own, we're all on our own journeys, our own paths, our own ideas kick in. So I just feel like this is it's like I said, being generous to yourself. There's something going on internally this second week of June to where it's like, we just have to understand that maybe we can't be battling. We can't have this internal battle anymore. Whatever this internal battle is with you, you gotta let the shit go. Okay? Let it go. Be kind, courteous, generous to yourself. Okay, moving on here. All right, third week of June. What do we got, man? We've got the 5 of Cups, and we also have the World in reverse. Now, this is karma, okay? The World is like completion. It's completion, it's karmic cycles, it is endings, it is new beginnings, because every time you have an ending, you have a new beginning. This is also understanding the lesson, okay? So this says to me, because this is sort of the way that I have this laid out here, is that this is sort of like, it's like almost like a mirrored opposite reflection, okay? There's something happening this third week of June that our emotions are sort of, there's something emotional that is happening this third week of June that is not allowing us, that we're having like resistance to some type of karmic closure or some sort of cycle that is trying to close out. Maybe, and Cups are about relationships, you guys, feelings, relationships, emotions. I don't know why I'm feeling inner stability. That's words that are coming to my mind. This could be internal, feelings that you're dealing with, because we have the World in reverse. So karmic closure with ourselves, karmic closures with relationships, with other people, just trying to balance our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. And this is sort of saying right here, this third week of June, we cannot be focusing on what we don't have. Okay, you have to focus on what you do have. You have to focus on what you have, what's positive out of the situation. You have to look at it as if the glass is half full versus that glass is half empty. And with the World, this is also, when this is in the upright position, this is also about having the tools and the understanding and sort of taking that life experience and implementing it into the present moment. Okay, so taking the past, what you've learned from the past, what you've learned from other relationships, what you've learned from, feeling this way, old patterns, old situations, old relationships, old things that you've been in, and taking those lessons and applying them to this particular situation, whatever this situation or this feeling, emotion, or relationship is this third week of June. Okay, but this is saying, because the World is in reverse, that it's almost as if like we're forgetting our lessons, or we're forgetting a certain experience or a certain type of past relationship, past emotion, past circumstance, past situation in which we have been in which maybe we were supposed to learn a lesson, and that we haven't quite learned it just yet. Okay, I feel and sense there's a potential we have been here before. Okay, third week of June, we've been here before. This is of an emotional nature, feelings, emotions, relationships. And we're really focusing on the negative. I'm just going to say it for what it is. We're sort of focusing on the negative versus, hey, there are still blessings that we have in our lives. There are blessings here. The universe is wanting us to say, hey, listen, there is still positivity here. That just because you're focusing on what's lost, listen, you keep focusing on the negative, you're just going to bring more negative into your life, okay? This is saying, this is of a situation in which you have been in before that we are trying to close out. There's a lesson to be learned here, okay? There's a lesson to be learned here, and this is a major arcana, so this has more weight. So third week of June, 2021, this says to me there is some sort of karmic closure, some sort of something that is coming back around, full circle. Now, I will say I don't have my calendar on hand. Actually, I lied. I do have a calendar over here, because I want to see where June 22nd lies. Okay, June 22nd. Oh, good Lord. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 weeks in June. Oh, shit. Okay. So the third week is going to be Sunday the 13th through Saturday the 19th. Okay. I wanted to see if this was Mercury Retrograde ending. Mercury Retrograde is not ending until the 4th week, beginning of the 4th week. Okay. That is okay. All right. So what is the last information for the 4th week of June? 4th week of June, please. Oh, sorry about that. Give me some information. Okay, 4th week of June. Generosity. Oh my God, you guys. Number 10. I can't make this up. So 2nd week and 3rd week of June is about generosity. This is also a number 10, you guys. Number 10. What's 10? Closure. Ending a cycle. Ending and new beginnings. Okay, so listen, it's sort of like there's resistance here, or our emotions are sort of blocking us to be able to see or learn the lesson because of our feelings. I'm not saying to not feel your feelings. Yes, please feel your feelings and allow yourself to process those emotions and how whatever this is concerning for you personally in this 3rd week of June, but understand and sort of put it on your calendar that this is something that you've been in before, okay? Whether this is the same sort of conversation that has sort of gotten you feeling a certain way, whether this is depression, whether this is, something with a certain person, because also this could be coming back around Mercury Retrograde, okay? This is coming back around in order for us to close this out. Generosity, man. I can't make this up. Generosity. This is crazy, okay? Now, with this particular deck, this is a brand new deck. I have not worked with this deck very much. So you know what? I'm going to read this definition of generosity because I could do whatever I want, right? Generosity. This says, compassion for others is a natural result of being aware and conscious of your own feelings. When you are generous in spirit, you take complete responsibility for your life. Work with Ganesha to assist you with stepping up to do the right thing. This is especially important when you are filled with fear and conflicting feelings. Conflicted feelings. Respect others and live a conscious life. Champion others, support them, and actively want them to succeed. Living from this space will create an open heart and mind that will touch anyone who comes into your presence. Be tolerant of ideas and behaviors that may not align with your own thoughts. Spend more time looking at what is good and positive in someone else rather than what you judge as negative or bad. Embrace others' differences. Give freely and from your heart. Choose to no longer manipulate and do favors with, Choose to no longer manipulate and do not do favors with strings attached. As you continue to give, you may find that you no longer envy others. You'll be able to give easily and at the same time receive when the same is offered to you. This will go a long way to eliminating the feelings of being separated from others, and you may find yourself genuinely happy. Look for and assume the best in people and treat others with respect and acceptance. Man, that's powerful. Okay, so that is a huge extension of this reading for the 4th week of June. Okay, 3rd week. I'm sorry. This is week 3. Okay, so we're really learning. We're really learning something here. We're learning to, I almost feeling a sense of like codependency on this 3rd week of June. I'm also feeling a sense of it's turning a new leaf. It's understanding to give when you can and to give without attachment, to not have judgments about how other people want to live their lives or whether other people want to include you in your life or not. Okay. We all have free will. We all have choices that we can make in our lives. And, those choices are your choice, So, with that being said, this 3rd week, what is the last card? Is there a word? Is there another word? Or give me a word for the 3rd week of June, please. What do we have? Thank you. Choices. So it really seems like we have decisions. This card summed this 3rd week up of June absolutely appropriately. Like I said, with the 5 of Cups and the World in reverse, and this is about choices, okay? We can choose to be miserable, and we could choose to not learn the lesson, or we could choose to shut down, or we could choose to understand that we still have blessings here, and we could choose to not judge other people for their decisions or their thoughts or their emotions or their actions in making you feel a certain way. Okay, if this is codependency, or if this is understanding boundaries, okay, this is really being generous, you know, to yourself. Okay. All right, so there's a choice to be made here. All right, 4th week of June, we have the Hierophant. I love this card. I love the Hierophant, you guys. The Hierophant is a spiritual master, spiritual teacher. This is, you know, peeling back the veil. This is really sort of understanding something on a deeper level. This is seeking out a master. Maybe there is someone that comes to you with their knowledge that could be bestowed upon you. This is you reaching for something bigger, higher. This could also be like an institution, something bigger than you. This could also represent like your job if it is a corporation. Okay, so there's a couple different things here. The way that I'm looking at this really is about you, and it's about seeking spiritual knowledge. Okay, so whether that is watching YouTube videos, whether that's reading a book, whether that's immersing yourself into a course or something like that. So, you know, or practicing some kind of practice, reading cards, mediumship, healing, energy healing, whatever that means, automatic writing, whatever it is, this is of a spiritual nature and of learning of something of higher knowledge, and could potentially be someone with higher knowledge or knowledge that you can learn from. Okay. Now I am going to pull an angel card here for this 4th week. So for this 4th week of June, what is the message for this 4th week of June? 4th week of June. All right, 4th week of June, Archangel Jeremiel. All is well. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. Oh man, I love this, okay? I really do love this. Now, like I said, this could represent a person. This could represent yourself. This could represent a class, just seeking higher knowledge. This could be you wanting to seek higher knowledge, okay? It is 111 right now. I just wanted to tell you guys. This is saying, listen, like all is well, okay? So whoever is possibly coming into your life, or whatever knowledge that you're sort of gaining in this week, this 4th week of June, this is like, this is like fated almost, the way that I feel. This is meant to be. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay. I almost feel in the sense that from the 3rd week before, you had to make a choice of some sort of choice, something of an emotional manner, feelings, relationships that sort of happened. Remember, we got the 5 of Cups here with the World in reverse. Okay. With choices. So this is really saying, I believe that there's a choice to take the higher road. Okay. Take the higher ground, to look higher, to seek higher, to, want what's best for you and everyone around you, and really being sort of more mindful and more compassionate and having more empathy, and really sort of taking everything in, and sort of maybe, the way that I'm kind of feeling is like integrating things, sort of transmuting certain things, allowing everything that maybe has happened throughout the rest of the month to kind of sort of sink in. Now, this 4th week that I'm talking about on Tuesday, that is where June 22nd is. That is when Mercury Retrograde ends. Okay, so it ends. I don't know if it's stationing on the 22nd or if it's actually out of retrograde. I believe it starts to station to go forward. So possibility here that might linger around for a couple other days. Now I know that June 22nd is on a video that I had watched. So this particular Mercury retrograde energy could possibly bring us into July. But for sake of the conversation, understand that this 4th week of June, that Mercury retrograde is ending. What I want to bring to your attention, what I would like to say is that if you've been sort of paying attention to how you felt when Mercury retrograde began on May 29th, on those couple of days there as it was stationing to go retrograde, okay, and even when going into retrograde, there were some possible certain things that had come up for you in that particular day, or certain feelings and emotions that might be coming back to be revisited. Okay, so that's almost how I'm feeling like this. This is like the teacher. This is Mercury retrograde saying, hey, what did you learn? Okay. What did you learn through Mercury retrograde? Okay. This is the first Mercury retrograde of the year. And this is also saying, like, you know, you are exactly where you're meant to be. You are meant to go through exactly everything that you were meant to go through this month. All is well. Don't worry. If you don't have the lessons just yet, or if you can't piece it all together just yet, there are still blessings. Or if there's something you're like, I just don't even know what the hell just happened to me this month or last week or this and that and the other, it doesn't make sense. Well, this is saying, listen, all is good. Everything that needed to be hashed out or that needed to happen happens. And now there's still more blessings. There's still more doors that need to open, but you are exactly where you're meant to be because the universe is trying to give you something bigger. It's almost like we're cleaning house. We're trying to figure out deep things through Mercury retrograde. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull a card for this fourth week of June. All right, so fourth week of June, 2021, please. Okay, what do we have? Solitude. This is another card that keeps coming up. Solitude. So I really feel like this is understanding, you know, and sort of sitting and pondering with ourselves, the master, the teacher within, connecting with ourselves, okay? In order to really understand that where we are is where we're supposed to be. There's still more information that hasn't come to light possibly just yet, okay? Because the week before, the week 3, there's choices and there's karma and there's closure or there's resistance to some kind of closure in some certain situations, okay? Now, week 5, June 2021, so week 5 of June. So the last week of June 2021, one card, please. One card, please. 5th week of June, last. Queen of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. She is someone as a personality, the Queen of Wands upright. She is someone who is very sure of themselves. She is very free. She's carefree. She's social. She's passionate. She knows what she's passionate about. She's carefree. It's almost like she doesn't really give a shit what other people think about her. It's sort of like I know who I am and I'm very stable in who I am. And I may not fully express that at times, although there are times that she does, and you know this type of personality. I always have a very specific person in mind when I think about this beautiful card. And so it's just being very carefree and very sure of yourself, okay? Because the wands are all about you know, your self journey, your values, who you are, but it's also about passion and spiritual growth and also about, you know, internal growth and soul growth. Okay. So she's very sure of herself, you know, and so this says to me, this could also be a fire sign. All right. If this is an actual person, okay, my fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And there's also a possibility here. Okay. Now it's the opposite here. Okay. So it's a very sort of angry, fiery, passionate person, but in the opposite, in the negative manner, because it's in reverse. I almost feel like I don't really feel that that is how this card is. I feel like this is someone who is not sure of themselves, that is very passionate, but doesn't really know how to express that into the world, or how to be carefree, or how to not worry about what other people think about them. And that's interesting because this has, you know, the swords are about the mind and the thought process, but that's the feelings that I'm gaining from this Queen of Wands is we have this inner fire passion, but we don't really know what to do with it, or we don't know how to step into it. We're trying to figure things out this last 5th week of June, 2021 of how can we become more of ourselves? How can we step into the limelight? How can we be more carefree? How can we get our passions off the ground? Where is this growth? You know, there's internal growth that is waiting to burst out, that we're sort of, you know, maybe we're a little unsure of ourselves on the 5th week, okay? Now, I was not prepared for a 5th week, but that is okay. I'm going to use this particular deck, and I also am feeling I need one of these, so... Okay, we're using a pink one. So 5th week of June 2021. What is the message for the last week of June? One card, please. Last week of June. What is the message? Woo, thank you. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, and teacher. So this almost says to me that, you know, maybe this is you trying to find your tribe. Okay? Just because this is a queen doesn't necessarily mean that this is a female. Okay, so this could be for men, guys watching this. This could be you wanting to step into, you know, who you are and trying to find your tribe, trying to find your people. Okay, so this really says to me that this is an opportunity. This is like you're trying to figure yourself out and you're trying to find the people that you belong with, or you're trying to find a group, or almost like that love for yourself. It's like the devotion in the high priestess, and I just feel like a mystic and a teacher. It's like you connecting with your higher self, or, you know, the rose. The rose is a very amazing plant, a flower, because it vibrates the most highest frequency of the flowers. I know that there's more into that, but that's about all I know. So this is interesting to me about that, you know, that's coming in. So understand that this is about us connecting with nature, connecting with the ever unfolding realms of life, peeling back one layer or one rose layer at a time, blooming. I always feel like the heart chakra is like a rose. Okay, so heart chakra is also pink and green. It is green mostly, but it is also pink. Okay, so I know that we're sort of structured in order to believe and think that it's green, and it is, but there's a lot of crystals also that are green and pink that are also for the heart chakra. So it's green and pink. So this says to me, heart chakra and us coming into who we are as a person and believing ourselves, nurturing ourselves, and sort of really self-love and having like a heart chakra, a possible opening. Okay. Now, I have to pull a card here for the fifth week of June 2021. Fifth week, June 2021. Oh my goodness. Okay, no. We're putting okay. All right, fine. We have 3 cards. We have abundance in reverse. We have balance. And we have fear. So what does this 5th week say to me? This 5th week says to me, okay, because that it's almost like, you know, we have the queen and we have abundance in reverse. This is about abundance within ourselves, abundance spiritually, abundance in our lives. We have to make ourselves feel loved and abundant. No one else can do that for us. There's almost like resistance here, or we're working on gaining and you know, our passion and pulling that abundance in towards us. But like I said, I almost feel like this is us stepping into who we are meant to be and into our passion and not giving a shit what other people think about us. Okay, that's really how I'm feeling here. This is about internal balance, and this is about letting go of fear. This is really about letting go of fear so we can come into balance, that we can release our blocks concerning abundance, monetary things, love, having love come into our lives. And this is really allowing our heart chakra to open, okay? And to find other people, not only connecting with ourselves, but this is almost connecting with, you know, connecting with our higher selves, our ancestral line, and understanding. It's like coming into ourselves, really, is how I feel about it. All right, beautiful information for that 5th week. Okay, this is really focus on yourself. Okay, on week 5. Now, overall, for the whole month of June, I want 1 card, please. Overall vibe of June 2021 in general. 1 card, please. 1 card, please. Okay, we have 2. All right, here in the bottom. Oh, the call. Honor the whispers of your soul. Number 1. What did I say in the middle of this video? It was 111. So we have 1 here. We also have number 10. Remember, with the generosity Okay, week 3. We also have, what else do we have? No, that's not 10. So listening to the call of your soul. So what does that mean? This is really saying this is a lot of internal work this month. You know, this is understanding that certain things might be happening in the first week that we need to let go of, that we might be holding ourselves back. There is abundance, but what does abundance mean to you? Is abundance only monetarily things, or is abundance people coming into your life? Is it an exchange of non-monetary things? You know, is it, you know, getting surprised by a family member coming to visit you? Like, what, you know, it's like abundance comes in all shapes and forms. You have to believe that your life is abundant in order to be able to, you have to believe in yourself and believe that everything's working out for your most highest and best good. Okay. Second week is letting go of all of your demons. It is letting go of everything that is sort of like that internal beating ourselves up. We have the generosity card again. The third week, like I said, is all about emotions, feelings, relationships, karmic closure, learning the lesson, apply whatever is happening this third week, apply it to something that you've been to before. You have a choice that needs to be made here. You can choose an old pattern or you can choose a new pattern, okay? So we also have generosity again here, okay? Now, fourth week, we have the Master, we have the Hierophant, okay? Hierophant, spiritual understanding, higher learning, someone who could teach you something, okay? And this is saying, listen, you know, everything is well. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to do, even if you don't understand what the hell just happened and you had to make a choice, okay? So don't worry about it. Spend some time in solitude, thinking about what has happened, or gaining some higher understanding and integrating these sort of lessons that, you know, that have happened the week prior. And the last week is really, you know, stepping up into yourself. Really, that's how I feel, is turning this around and being that carefree person, you know, being that passionate, I don't know why I want to say survivor, which is an interesting word. It's just being a passionate person, stepping it up into who you are and into that, that teacher, into that being devoted to yourself and in your journey, and for you to come into yourself, to let go of fear, claim abundance. Now it's interesting that the first week we had abundance over here, and now it's like we're revisiting abundance in the last week. Okay. So also I'd like to say that abundance, monetary things, okay, that maybe fell apart at the beginning of the month, potentially might be coming back around at the end of the month. Okay. So this could also be another lesson that possibly needs to be learned. Okay. And this is all about coming into balance, really. This fourth week is about coming into balance, but also, like I said, the last week we will finally be out of Mercury Retrograde. Okay. And listen, ultimately this month, you need to follow the whispers of your soul. So be true to yourselves, listen to yourselves, do what feels right always. And always focus on the positive. You always have a choice. And even if you need to take time to make that choice, you know, sit and do it, but honor yourself and answer the calling. Okay. So have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful June 2021. Thank you for watching this video. Your likes, your shares, your subscribes, all that stuff. If you would like a private reading from me, I would love to do that for you. You could book an appointment off of my website. My website is livingbyspirit.com. I'm also doing long distance healings and making vortex jewelry. So if any of those things sound amazing to you, I also have some other things on my website if you want to go check it out. Great. If not, I will see you all on the next video. Much love and light always. Thank you for allowing me to do this work. Namaste. Bye for now.